I wish I could resize this window to make it exactly my recording size. I mean, I could make my recording size exactly the same as the window, but it's just easier just to click on the default setting, because it's like that's like the default high definition size. I almost recorded 2 tournaments today, because there was another one that was like a $3 turbo or something, but I'm glad I didn't do that, because I was still eating when it started. Had all that commotion. $150, $300? Sure. Okay, well that means 675. That means our M just got a lot smaller, so gotta pay attention now. Fortunately, our M is only like 7 now, so I guess it didn't get a lot smaller, but yeah, it's almost exactly 7, a little less than 7. We're still playing 10-handed. Well, that makes that easy, doesn't it? I'm just going to shove 3,900 under the gun, and he's got to have something. Well, he doesn't have to have something. He's probably got something. Yep. How long did the break? 5 minutes? 6 minutes? Okay. Why is this blank? It says 114 registered, but it doesn't say how many are left. There's 70 left, apparently. I don't know why it doesn't say how many players there are left. So apparently when I looked at the 102 registered, apparently late registration wasn't closed yet. I can never understand late registration. I mean, it's not terrible in this tournament because you were so deep stacked compared to the blinds anyway, even at that stage, that it wasn't terrible. But I mean, why the hell would you want to register for a tournament 45 minutes after it's already started? I mean, do these people not realize that you're hurting your EV tremendously by jumping in at higher than starting blinds with your starting stack? And not only that, but you didn't get to see however many hands you would have gotten to see if you just would have started when the tournament started. Yeah. I mean, during a rebuy tournament, I have no problem with it. You know, jump in, throw your chips around, try to double up, whatever. Rebuy tournaments. But for a regular tournament, I don't register late. Not more than 10 minutes, anyway. I mean, if you miss a tournament at like 6 or 7 minutes that you really wanted to play, go ahead and play it. But, I mean, don't register late, like 40 minutes late for a tournament, and especially not a turbo tournament. I mean, your EV is like cut in half if you register late for a turbo tournament. I've never understood why so many of these sites allow late registration for an hour. I don't really know if that really helps the sites or what. I would think that it wouldn't even really help the sites that much. In fact, it might help the sites more if they don't have that real late registration, so more people play in the tournament. Because you're more likely to play in a tournament if you know that you can't just late register if you miss the start. Ew. He needs running straight cards. Okay, it's dead. It's a good flop. It's a real good flop. It's a decent hand. And we're starting to get to a situation where 3-betting pre-flop is better than calling a raise and playing the pot out of position, especially with an ace-10 type hand. Now, I mean, it depends on what the action is and what happens and, you know, where the raise come from, etc., depending on what I do. But you do have to realize we are still, like, 9-handed. So going crazy with ace-10, I don't really like that much. Now, this is the guy that just tilted off a bunch of chips, right? Well, he might be trying to tilt off a bunch of chips. Ace-10. You know what? I'm gonna give it up. If I'm in the big blind where I have a little bit more chips committed and I can close the action. Wow, was that guy sitting out the whole time or did he just start sitting out? Because if I would have noticed that that guy was sitting out, that changes everything. I'm 3-betting there instead. Now that's what I get for not paying attention, I guess. Yeah, I definitely would have 3-bet the ace-10 if I would have realized that the big blind was sitting out. Because, I mean, not only did he just lose a big pot, but he's trying to steal blinds from the sitting out guy, and I just happen to be in the small blind when he's in the big blind. It's really annoying. Right now, we're hoping to get a hand and have somebody. We're hoping to get a big hand and have somebody raise in front of us so we can 3-bet. Because that's what kind of stack we have right now. We're not necessarily looking to just open shove pre-flop with the stack we have. Not necessarily. But we're hoping to have a really good hand and have somebody, raise in front of us, and then we can shove over the top. Get as much value as possible out of a good hand that way. Flop titty. Not even sure what that's supposed to mean. I mean, is he a breast that just likes to see flops? I don't understand. Also, double flush. What the hell is that? Double flush. I mean, probably refers to, not poker. The old double flusher. Wow, nice. Flop titty not enjoying that one. And there's the break. I'm going to cut this video and we'll be back when the break's over.